Good morning, Cowboy Jim, Fort McMurray, Alberta, Canada. I am just what I appear to be. Oh, I'm too rough and I'm too rugged. I say things on my videos that should not be said, and I guess it's kind of like what my dad said when I was quite young. He said, "One thing I noticed about you, you don't let wisdom and common sense interfere with what you want to do." Well, that wasn't a real compliment, but it was my dad just saying, hey, think things through a bit before you run your mouth. And oh, I should. Anyways, I did a couple of videos the other day. Oh, in retrospect, they were just terrible. I tend to forget that I have a younger generation of viewers coming up through the system of growing, maturing, and all that stuff. And boy, I spent too long off riding with a G on my own. And I am going to change my ways a little. And I am going to actually watch the blessed video once before I post it. That's what I had been doing for a long time. And then I got too confident and I just posted them, then watched them. Then it's too late. Hey, you can't take words back. Well, you can try. I delete things. Still haven't figured out how to edit a video. And but anyway, so took a drive down. I'll be very careful with what I say, okay? I took a drive downtown and rumbled my way down Franklin. And well, my old truck, she, there's, she just decided she wasn't going to run the last few days, plugged in old Cummins, and well, she evidently does not like to be told what to do, and she knows how to avoid doing whatever it is I'd like her to do, even if I'm polite in asking. And so she would not start. I mean, I'd been told don't park on the lawn, park on the road, and I thought, sure, and someone to go clean the streets, and I'll get my truck towed. And that truck does not like being told what to do. And I mentioned I have to park you on the street, and that meant I had to go get a longer extension cord. She was plugged in, children. I think it was minus 30 or 32 or something, and there was no way that old girl was even going to take a shot at trying to start. I mean, she just chose not to. But thank God she fired up today, and so I warmed her up for a while, and as I said, I went down visit my favorite drug company. They're Harden Drugs. There's no G on there, Harden Drugs. And they got my heart, blood pressure pills, stuff like that. And boy, I'll tell you, it's kind of nice. I guess you could do exactly the same thing with an appropriate, properly altered, adjusted diet. And I, I think I only have 2 or 3 pounds of fat on me, but anyways, I use what the doctor suggested, and I, I, I'm headed towards a more naturopathic approach to things, and I don't rush at anything. I try to take my time and think it through, remembering what my dad said. And but there are some cures for maladies that really are are derivatives of just eating the right junk. And I know how to eat the right stuff. I went to my favorite burrito place, had a hamburger and cheese. He said, "You want some veggie junk on there?" I said, "I don't think so." And Mexi fries that were all loaded up with sour cream and all Hamburg cheese. Oh my goodness. He just looked at me and he said, "You want the real hot sauce, Jim?" I said, "Yeah." He reached in the cooler and brought me out 4 containers of really, really hot stuff. And I thought, I usually get medium heat. Oh, boy, not anymore. Those 4 things at that place down in Peter Pan Mall and in the food court. Oh, I took my hat off. I won't pray if somebody else is with me and I'll end up embarrassing them, but I always like to think there might just be somebody sitting there saying, the old rancher has enough guts to thank God for his food. And so I do. I had my wonderful, wonderful, wonderful hamburger and cheese burrito and Mexi fries. And oh, I am full. And, anyways, I was done and I looked across at a guy and he was wiping tears from his eyes. And I said, you were using good enough, hot enough sauce that you start shedding tears, not because it's all done, because usually you're quite full, but it just so hot, so good. Anyways, dear friend of mine, yesterday he told me, he said, "We're off till January." And I said, "What are you going to do?" He said, "I'm heading for Mexico tomorrow morning." He has a little place down there somewhere in Mexico. And he plays tennis and lifts weight. He's 63. I think he's in better shape than I am at 73, which is it's quite a shock for me. I mean, I meet lots of people in better shape, but not at 73. And anyways, so I talked to that couple of young guys, and they said, "You run that old 12, don't you?" I said, "No, sir. It's actually a 24 valve Cummins." And he said, "Oh, it's well, looks pretty good with those tires that are just way too big and so beautiful, and the rims and all that junk." And I'm going to get ready to head south in a few days, visit my grandsons and all that sort of stuff, and try to encourage my grandson. Don't give up, son. You just keep plugging away at your country music because God's going to bless you. I know. It's my prayer that God will. If God does, that boy is going to go places. It's a it's a very strange thing. I study my old King James Bible. I have enough guts to say so. Oh well, gee, when you talk as my mom would say, "Jim, you're getting a bit base." My sisters would say, "Did you really say that?" And I would say, "Well, I deleted it right away." And she said, it doesn't matter. It's still out there. So we're gonna watch this one before I post it. Anyways, had a wonderful talk. Couple of young guys. They build Cummins diesels, and one was working on a '93, and one was working on a Chevy. Apparently, it's very quick, and I'm not into quick. Uh, I'm not into slow either. So somewhere in between, there's a place where I can kind of meander down the road, and I went into Hardin Drugs, and a wonderful chap there. And I went over, and as I was walking towards the drug counter, he said, "I've seen you in Syncrude." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I've been working up there, Syncrude base mine." He said, "I saw you in the cafeteria." And I probably said hello to him. I say hello to everyone. And I say, "You ever watch YouTube?" Oh, well, you know, being self-employed all my life, I, 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 I don't know when to quit at all. And so he and I had a wonderful talk, and he said, "I look forward to seeing you back at Syncrude." I said, "Boy, I look forward to being there. Right now, it seems like am not going to get there till after January. In um, which case, I'll get some cardboard across my radiator and head south. Apparently, it's going to be warm enough. Uh, Truck probably won't freeze up on me. Should be kind of too bad. I mean, I carry winter everything in it, but anyways, so I'm trying to see that, and I don't see my glasses, so I think it's about 12 minutes. Anyways, I humbly apologize for saying the wrong thing at the right time. I don't know if it's possible that you could say the wrong thing at any time and it'd be appropriate. Probably not, but I'll learn. I mean, I still am alive. I can change. I should change. My son says, "Why don't you cut your hair?" And I said, I think it was '96. I watched Braveheart, and I decided I wouldn't cut my hair after that. There was something that Mel Gibson did in that movie, and it touched my heart, soul, spirit. And I even went back to Ireland after that, stood in my great granddad's cottage. He left back in 1887. Oh, that burrito was good, children. I mean, you go to the food court at Peter Pan Mall, walk upstairs, look around for the Mexican junk. Good guys, too. Whoa, great food. Okay, okay. God bless you. Okay, I went over to Canadian Tire and I bought another stupid extension cord because, as I said, I can't park my truck up near the house on the lawn and have to park it on the street. A little longer cord. Hope no one takes it. Really expensive. I mean, whoa, crazy. Going to consume a chunk out of the book of Revelation today. If I'm not mistaken, I could well be. If I'm not mistaken, we're getting ready to go through some real hard times in the very near future. And one world government, one world monetary system, one world religion led by Antichrist. I I always prayed since I was a kid. God, it'd sure be nice to be here when you and your son come back to reclaim the world. And I'm not so sure. Uh, I read this book of Revelation, I think it's 3 or 4 times in the last month, three, anyways. Studied it for 60 odd years. Yeah, misspent youth reading my old King James Bible in the Webster's Dictionary. I should have read something on decorum. Might not have gotten into so much trouble. Okay, God bless you. We're gonna wrap this up early. Not much, but a bit. And I'll watch it before I post it. Okay? Trust me. Going to do it. God bless. If you're not ready for a future of famine, that's what the Rockefeller Foundation said 2023 was going to be the year of the famine, perpetrated by man, orchestrated by man, little global warming, which is cyclic, anyways, at best. Uh, it's kind of like when that mountain lion attacked my cousin and I, or when you get in an accident. There is no time to plan, no time to execute, hardly. The only time you have is to do what you have trained yourself to do. I hope you don't become religious. I'm not. Well, if I were, I probably wouldn't say half the terrible things I have to delete off the stupid blessed video. Them's the breaks, children. So you must needs learn who to put your trust in, because it's only while you're living that you can determine your eternal destiny. When you stop breathing, your choices have stopped as well. Choose carefully, okay? God bless you. Short video sure became long. Thanks.